Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olubi. I've been thinking about topics to talk about, and I thought, why not talk about being black in Britain? And while doing so, I thought I'll put some makeup on. Um, so, being black in Britain, with everything that's going on right now, being black in Britain is not, at least in my experience, what it used to be. In saying that, I've grown up here, and over the years, a lot has changed in my life too. So first things first, to give you a little bit of background about who I am really. I'm a person of Nigerian descendants. My parents moved here in the 60s, and I was born in the 70s. Um, we were here until the early 80s, when we then moved back to Nigeria. I've got I've got five siblings. There's six of us in total. So three of us at the time moved back to Nigeria with our parents. Before that, we had been living with a nanny in Cambridge. And so, for me, as a 5 year old, what do I know? I just remember moving back to Nigeria. I went to secondary school in Nigeria, and my experience growing up in Nigeria was one of fun, to be honest. It wasn't the easiest of places to grow up in. However, it was quite good. It was a lot of fun. It was the days when security wasn't an issue. Strikes weren't too much of an issue when it came to schools. I went to a local secondary school, which was about 15 minutes away from my parents' home, and so to get to school wasn't hard. We didn't have to catch any buses or anything. um I went to a primary school with about 13, not 13, 30 other kids, most of who live in different parts of the world now. So it was a very good existence. It was a private primary school, and then I went to a government secondary school. Those were the days when you had to bring your own chair and table to school. I don't know if that's still the case now. As I said, I went to a public secondary school. It was also the days when you get punished, and you were kneeling under the sun forever and ever. But like I said, it was still a very good childhood. I love going back to Nigeria. I love seeing friends and family. I love the hustle and bustle of Lagos, which is where I grew up. So, moved back to the UK when I was 16. Went to college, 16, 17. Went to college, Hackney College. Met my best friend in Hackney College, and then went on to university. I did a first degree in sciences, and I did a second degree in marketing and management. For me, life in the UK has been quite easy, actually. I'm a mother of I'm a mother of two kids right now, older girl and a younger boy. And like I said, for me, I don't think I can pinpoint a day and say I'd experienced racism on this day, or this is what happened to me. I haven't been one of those, so I've been quite fortunate. I lived with my two brothers here, and like I said, growing up here hasn't been too much of a challenge for me. We grew up without our parents in the UK, but we managed to navigate life nice and easily, with lots of aunties and uncles helping out along the way. Um, and so in that time, it's been quite good for me. I've achieved a lot for myself. Like I said, I've got two degrees. I do quite well. I have a very good job. Over the years, I've worked in different fields. Right now, I work in nutrition, in the pharmaceutical field, really. And so for me, I would say I've been blessed. Now, it's a different case this days bringing up children. I live in a predominantly white neighborhood. Everyone seems nice. Everyone smiles. Everyone says hello. But it hasn't been the case for my children. When we first moved here, they had a couple of occasions. Well, one main incident where someone screamed out the N word at my children, and that scared me, really scared me big time. Because there's something where when it happens to me, it's fine. I can deal. When it happens to your children, it comes with a different feeling. And I remember thinking, oh my God, what have we done? Have we moved to the wrong neighborhood? But at that time, as I said, they were young kids and they were driving in a car, and they basically screamed at them. And they called me on the way and they're like, Mom, what should we do? I'm like, okay, listen, just carry on going to your auntie's house, which is where they were going, or the godmom's house, which is where they were going, and you'll be fine. It's only 5 minutes down the road anyway, which they did, and they've been fine, and it's part of life. So me as a person, I've always thought to myself, I would like my children to know what's going on in the world. I'd like them to understand that there are people that think a certain way. I want them to have a good understanding of what their heritage is, what their background is, and so that they can stand their own and know who they are. I would say that has kind of served me well as a Nigerian, because growing up in Nigeria, the majority of people there is black. We're the most populous black nation in the world. You grow up quite confident of who you are. However, bringing up kids here, there's always different challenges. I remember the decision I made to cut my hair was based on the fact that my daughter wanted nice, long, straight, permed hair. And me saying to her at that time, that's not possible. And she just wanted to be like her friends at school. And so I thought, well, might as well cut my hair. If you see my hair natural, then we're good, which is what I did. Now the coloring came later, but she's quite comfortable with her hair. She's got big, nice, big afro hair. I'm quite envious of her hair actually. But for that reason, I'm very much into researching and introducing my children to anything cultural related. I want them to be well versed in who they are and to be able to school people, but also not get to that stage where they're angry at other people. So that's been my mission in life. Now, come along 2020 and all that's been happening in the world today, especially with the George Floyd killings and Breonna Taylor and everything that's been going on, it opens up your eyes and you kind of think, oh, whoa, does that happen in England? But with the protest that's been happening in London recently and across the UK, I realized that, yeah, it does happen in the UK. It happens a lot in the UK. And so maybe not as bad as America. I don't know. I haven't been exposed to a lot of racism. And so for me, it's something that I'm looking into, but I also don't want that to cloud my judgment when it comes to different races. I want to be happy. I want to be accepting of different races as I want them to be accepting of me. So for me, it's one of those ones where I kind of think to myself, okay, how can we live amongst each other and have these discussions that need to be had without making people feel removed from my existence? I had one of my white friends come around the other day and say, oh, Booms, let's talk about this. I feel a bit funny. Is this going to affect our relationship? And I was quite touched at the fact that she thought it would affect our relationship. It's not going to affect our relationship. We're still going to be friends. And I appreciate the fact that she's come around to say, what's going on in the world today. I don't like it. I don't understand it. Can you help me understand it? And so we had that conversation while social distancing at my doorstep. And that was quite nice. And I love the fact that she did that. Work's been a different thing entirely. We've just started broaching those conversations, but it's nice to be asked about it. We haven't really gone into details, but that's one of my missions, to start talking about these uncomfortable things. So it's a journey for us. It's a big journey for us. I'm going to look up now because I'm going to use a different mirror before I poke my eyes out. It's a journey where we're just trying to find out how to live this life as best as we can while impacting positively on others and having those conversations so they can see me for being who I am. So as I said, the journey of being Black, being British, bringing up children today is a different one for me. It's one I would like to do quite well. It's one that I would like to impact on my children positively. It's one where I'd like to educate them nicely. It's one where I'd like to bring my friends, my neighbors, my colleagues along with into this journey. And so hopefully it becomes a better world where we can all exist nicely. It's a big dream, but it's something that it is possible, at least in my very optimistic view of life. I want it to be something where, we can all talk about it and we can all be happy and we can all coexist without the color of my skin being a barrier. Like I said, it's not been my true experience in life, but for all I know, it has been. I work in a company where I could easily just say I can count 4 people out of hundreds that are Black. So that in itself is not balanced, it's not equal. We all fight for women's rights on a daily basis. We fight for equality on so many levels, but when it comes to Blacks being present in an organization, then it's not being addressed properly, at least in my opinion. Just to share this with you, these are some of the struggles of having blonde hair, where you get your makeup in your hair. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, it's a journey I'm willing to go along with my friends and see how we can navigate this this journey and see where we go with it. But like I said, it's trying times, really, really, really trying times. Today, the protest's been cancelled in London, or at least Black Lives Matter said, listen, don't come to London today in the name of protesting, because the white supremacists are out there. Now, what's that? If the white supremacists want to do their thing, why do they have to hijack what we're doing? It only goes to show you that there's so many people that are still not thinking that we're not asking and we're not saying that other lives don't matter. What we're saying is our lives matter. What we're saying is, as Black people, see us for who we are. Acknowledge our presence in this world. Acknowledge the fact that we want to be on equal footings with everything that there is to offer. We contribute a lot in this life, and so we're not saying other people's lives don't matter. We're just saying, see us. And the fact that we have to even ask that you see us, it's messed up as it is. But we move. We continue to move. We continue to educate ourselves. We continue to have these conversations so that change may come. And I am praying that I am able to positively impact on my children so that this does not give them a negative view. I was talking to my friends a few days ago, and one of the things we had said, my best friend, one of the things we had said was, while I'm trying to be a woman, a mother, a Black person in the society bringing up children, I have to educate my children on all that's going on. But while remaining positive about Blackness, we have to make sure that they don't form bad views about white people too, so that they see white people as human beings. And it's a hard task. It's stressful. It really is stressful. But I'm ever the optimist, and I want things to be nice and positive in life. So on that note, because I can see where this can go, it's a conversation that could be had for hours and days and weeks and years. But for today, I, as a Black woman, my intention in the UK is to have those conversations, have them comfortably, allow other people that are not Black to see what our plight is, to see how we can all help each other, to see how we can embrace the fact that we're different, but yet we share common goals, we share common aspirations, we share common things in life that makes us all human being. If you cut me now, the color of my blood will be red, same as yours. If you need blood being if I need blood or you need blood, regardless of what your race is, so long as we're a good match for each other, then you can have my blood, but it has nothing to do with the color of your skin or my skin. And so baby steps. They say little drops of water make a mighty ocean. So if I pull that into what we're talking about now, with those baby steps, hopefully we'll make progress in life. On that note, and on my finished, nice, easy face, I would like to say thanks for dropping by, and hopefully we can do this again soon. Anyway, have a good week, have a blessed week, stay safe. Please share, subscribe, and comment, share what you'd like me to talk about, and see you all soon. Bye.